Yeah, just want to thank the Dog Pound and everyone, the community for coming out tonight. Unbelievable atmosphere. It's what makes this place so special. Really appreciative. Glad our guys pulled it out. Thought our guys showed a lot of poise, resilience, toughness to be able to win that game when we didn't play our best basketball, and give Murray State a ton of credit for that. But you got to find ways to win these type of games, and our guys made enough plays there and did a good job the last 4 minutes executing some things and getting some big rebounds.
We've talked about this before, but do you think this group has kind of understood now fully how long a 40-minute basketball game really is?
Yeah, I think the experience, with some of the older guys that have played a lot of minutes now, they have pretty good poise, whether we're at home or on the road, that it is a possession-by-possession game, and there's a lot of possessions, and you can't get too high or too low. Thought we had some good runs. We were just never able to get it past 8 or 10 with them, and Murray State kept coming back. And like I said, our guys, even when we weren't playing our best, still had good body language, good poise, and we executed well down the stretch, and we're able to make enough plays to get the win.
How much tougher of a matchup were they this time with Moore in the starting lineup, the little guard that seemed to punch his way through some big buckets?
Yeah, he's explosive. I mean, he was one of the top JUCO players last year. He's explosive, quick. He's got a good pull-up. A lot of guys in college don't have that type of pull-up, so he was able to get to his mid-range, especially in the first half. He just gives them another ball handler, more speed on the perimeter. Defensively, we got to clean some stuff up before Illinois State.
The turnovers. Some of those are pretty uncharacteristic,
yeah.
I guess. Some of those were maybe stuff you'd like to work on in practice.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to win if you're turning it over 15, 16 times a game versus a good team. I think that's been one of the reasons why we've been successful here in the Valley play, is because our turnovers have been way down. And a lot of the turnovers were uncharacteristic. I thought we had transition turnovers, kind of lazy passes a little bit. And, we got to do a better job if we want to keep playing well.
Coach, 4-8 and 5-point games last year, 5-1 and 5-point games this year. Obviously, you and your staff doing something right to win these tight games. What are you guys doing that's making all this come together?
I don't want to know that stat, first of all. No, I mean, I think it's the players playing with poise, experience. They've been in that position. A lot of these guys, especially Marcus, Lance. Those guys have been through a lot of ups and downs in their career, and I think every time, no matter how the game's going, they always believe they're going to win, and I think that's a powerful thing as a team.
To play a region rival close and to beat them and knowing their strengths, I mean, is this one extra special a little bit? Or?
It's extra special because it's another win. The Valley's such a grind, and you get off the road on Saturday from Missouri State, and you got a quick turnaround Tuesday. Knowing Murray State was going to play well, obviously, with us beating them at their place earlier this year. So just to be able to get another win, you gotta keep moving forward in this conference season.
End of the game, what did you see, and what did you see unfold between the two teams?
In the handshake line?
Yeah, and the skirmish and the scruff. I mean, what went down there? You're in your
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I just told our guys, for us, when we win, we got to shake hands and get to the dog pound. There's no reason to talk to the other team, whether we win or lose. That's not us. That's not what we're about. I don't know who started it. I know both teams were going at it. It was a heavily, physical game, back and forth, chirpy game, stoppages with refs. So it was one of those games where, there was a lot of talking on the court. And for us, I mean, our guys just got to be mature and get to the dog pound.
It's always been a rivalry of sorts just because of the proximity of these two. But now that it's a conference game, can you kind of sense it being ratcheted up to a point where it's and the rivalry game in a sense?
Yeah, I mean, I think, they're an NCAA tournament program. We want to have rivalry games with NCAA tournament type programs. They're 2 hours away. Them and Evansville are kind of the two closest Valley schools to us, and Belmont's obviously not too far anymore. So, I think playing them twice a year, if we continue to do that, definitely. Our fan base is awesome. Their fan base is good, not as good as ours, but decent. So it'll be, I'm sure for the next couple years, if we play them in Arch Madness, it'll be another, highly physical, competitive game.
You might see them unwrap the upper deck at Enterprise Center if that happens, eh?
Yeah, that'd be awesome to fill that thing again, like back in the day.
How about X tonight? Felt like he was all over the court today.
Yeah, he had great ball pressure. I thought defensively he did a lot of good things. I'm not sure offensively. I thought he had a couple unforced turnovers, but he shared the ball. He had 6 assists, and we shot the ball decent. Obviously from 3, we were able to make some threes. Lance got going a little bit, but when X has that type of ball pressure, it really establishes our defense.
And just a big team win, especially at the end there. It felt like everybody had a big play at the end. Some big shots. JD with a big charge. Just felt like everybody contributed.
Yeah, it's been the strength of this group is guys off the bench, guys who start, everyone contributes. You know, Missouri State, we had so many different guys help us win that game, and JD wasn't playing his best, came in, had a big charge. Dalton didn't play much in the second half, got a rebound, and then made 2 big free throws for us. So it's just next man up, and you know, everyone believing in each other.
Anything else, guys?
I guess one word for me. So, end of the game, you know, they had a chance to possibly win it, take the lead at the end. Had that lockdown defense, missed a couple shots. I mean, what was going through your mind knowing that, hey, you know, they can end it right here?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time it was a 2-point game. We were able to get the rebound. Dalton got fouled, and you know, that's one of those where you don't want to give up a 3 in terms of trying to lose the game, but they can drive the basket. You got to be solid defensively and keep them out of the paint. And then that second one, when we were up 4, it was just like trying to take away the 3s and get that rebound, not give them anything quick because there's 21 seconds when they got the ball in. So, you know, there was a bunch of 50-50 balls. It seemed like, you know, 4 or 5 kind of tips, and our guys have been pretty good this year about winning those 50-50 balls. So I was proud of our guys.
All right, Marcus, just what do you think it was that gave your team a little bit of a last boost in a pretty even game like this that got you over the finish line?
I think it was just the connection with our team, you know, in the huddles. Like, we all just believe in each other. You know, as the season's gone, we begin to trust each other more and more. So I think, you know, late in the huddles and stuff, like, we all believed we were going to win. We were telling each other we were going to win. And I think just our talk, like, we continue to keep our spirits up even when, you know, the game's not looking good for us. We're able to kind of play through it and, you know, not drop off.
How much does that go into what I was asking Lance a couple of minutes ago? It being a 40-minute game, you guys understanding just how long 40 minutes really lasts in a college basketball game?
Yeah, I mean, you know, everybody says basketball is a game of runs. So, I mean, there's going to be runs, and it's just a matter of how you respond. And I thought, you know, they went on their runs like they should. They're a good team. I mean, that's what happens. And I thought that we just were able to come together and respond pretty well.
And how much does this feel like a rivalry now, you know, with this group?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's been a rivalry for a long time, and, you know, we've had 2 close games with them, 2 chippy games with them. So, I mean, yeah, it's a game. You know, any game in the conference you don't want to lose. So, I mean, it was a big game. It was a big win.
Lance, for you guys, Marcus, for you guys, last year, 4-8 in 5-point games, 5-1 now in 5-point games this year. How does it feel to be on the right side of these tight contests?
Oh, it feels good. You know, losing those close ones are heartbreakers. So to come out on top and, you know, a lot of them so far, it feels good, and we just got to, you know, continue to get better. So hopefully, you know, we don't win close games, we win blowouts, you know. And that, I mean, that's what we love to do. So.
I know you'd rather win a blowout, but what does it show you about your team that you guys can win tight when it matters most?
Yeah, I think, you know, just going back to what I said about our connection, like in timeouts and everything, just the trust we have in each other. You know, we continue to make the extra passes, you know, toward the end of games and stuff like that. I think just we're usually the most connected team on the court, and we trust each other the most. And I think that's what shows when, you know, the legs are a little dead, people are a little tired, and we're still a deep team that trusts each other.
I know Bucky mentioned the rivalry, but end of the game, what was your thoughts that, you know, the skirmish broke out? I mean, were you expecting something like that to happen between a team like that and you guys?
No, I mean, you don't ever go into a game expecting a fight or anything like that. You know, I don't know what happened. I don't know what was said. I was over by the student section, so, you know, I think it's just water under the bridge, and we're just going to try to keep winning games.
How's your ankle feel?
My ankle feels good. You know, obviously I tweaked it against Missouri State, but
So you got 4 days to get better.
Yeah, I spend a lot of time, 2, 3, you know, rehab sessions a day. So, you know, I spend a lot of time with our trainer, Riley Hoisted, and, you know, he gets me right.
To be in a region rival like this, when they're just a couple hours up the road, extra special?
Yeah, for sure. You know, you want to cover as much ground as you can, being, you know, the best team in the land. So, I mean, if a team's close, it's just an extra edge to beat them.
And one more thing, I was asking Lance this as well. You guys are in first place by yourself for now, 9 games left. Does this kind of change the mindset any? Is it just still the same mindset, preparing for games, trying to stay where you are atop this league?
Yeah, it's the same mindset. I mean, it's game by game, day by day. How are you getting better? How are you separating your team from the rest of the standings? And, you know, Coach preaches to us that the teams that continue to get better, you know, through January, through February, are the teams that win in March. So, you know, every day we're in here getting shots up, you know, watching film, and we're just trying to get better and better.
It's a big team win today. I mean, you obviously got your usual 17, but I really feel like everybody had to step up there, especially towards the middle. And just everybody had a hand in this win.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of what's been happening, you know, as of late. I think that, you know, guys like Xavier, Jawan, Clarence, like those guys just continue to take steps forward. And, I I mean, you look at our game against Missouri State, I think the score was 11, 10, 11, whatever. It's super balanced, a lot of guys in double digits, and I think, as those guys continue to play better and our team continues to play better, we're just tougher to guard.
Did it kind of feel more like a rivalry with this group tonight than maybe it felt like down there last month just because of playing them for a second time?
Yeah, it definitely felt like more of a rivalry. With the students being here this time, it was during the Christmas break where we played them at their place, so it wasn't really, any students there. The crowd was really involved, and, it definitely felt like a rivalry game for sure.
What do you think helped give you that little push over the finish line there at the end?
Toughness. We had to grind one out. They made some good plays down the stretch. They took the lead, but we didn't put our head down. We just looked up and it was next play. I missed a couple shots toward the end, and we just never gave up. We kept playing.
How much of these winning close games is kind of understanding what we've talked about earlier in the year, just how long a 40-minute game is in this sport and how much time you actually have even when it's late in the game?
The 40 minutes means a lot. Yeah, it's a possession-by-possession league. You can't take any possession for granted. Every team is just coming to win, especially on the road in an environment like this. But we grinded this one out.
Lance, last year you guys 4-8 in 5-point games. This year now 5-1. How nice is it to be able to be on the right side of some of these close contests?
It feels good. Like you said, we didn't particularly get on the winning side last year, with close games. But I think that's, with our experience, we never give up. We do just the right amount of plays, have a lot of toughness toward the end, whether that's getting the rebound, lose the ball, taking charge. JD had a huge charge at the end, when they were going down and we were up, I think. And I think, we're just finishing out the game, just trying to play a full 40 minutes and, just grinding it out toward the end.
You mentioned that end. What went down there down to the court? What was your involvement? What did you see as this game came to a close?
In the late,
just between the skirmish between you guys and Murray State.
Me and Marcus were at the end. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Are you surprised that something like that would happen towards the end of this?
We knew that they were, quite upset. They played this game with a lot of passion. They may have felt, they let one slip away. But we gotta, have more class like that, and we can't just let them get under our skin like that.
But it's like every game's gonna be a grinder.
For sure. That's how the Valley is.
I mean, the whole season.
Yeah. We just gotta keep playing hard and keep running out these victories.
First place in the league now with 9 games left. Does your mindset really changing? Is it just the same from game to game to maintain this?
No, I think after each win we get more hungry. We preach we're chasing something. We try to have great practices. We try to have a great practice one after another. Just improve after every game. After every game, we feel like we can improve on something. I just think we're really locked in right now on the goal at hand.
How about X tonight? You felt like he was all over the place today.
Yeah, X, he did a really good job jamming the ball, hitting timely threes in that first half. Second half, he hit those 3 free throws down the stretch. He's a really good point guard for us, and he just does a lot of little things that go unnoticed on the stat sheet.